Hello everyone, this is Dominica and right now we are in Vienna and actually in a studio. With me is Abhishek, a PhD student of Acta Rebuild project, right now based in Prague. So please, Abhishek, tell us something more about your research and about your institution.
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. Thank you for all the introduction. I really appreciate for this to having me here. So, about my research topic, I have a very quick question, but it's not an interview. It's just a question. That what comes in your mind when you hear this term sound power determination? I mean, which device you think you will use if you have to measure or determine sound power?
Well, I would say that if we are talking about the measurement in laboratory environments, I would use a microphone and some sound source, for example.
Yeah, makes sense. But what if your sound source, other than your sound source, that environment also have some background noises? We are trying to explore one unconventional technique, or I'll say unconventional measurement methods for acoustical properties. And more specifically, my research topic is oriented towards the acoustic analysis of large building facades, especially for ETFE materials.
And can you tell us more something about your institution where you are doing your PhD?
So currently I'm working with Czech Technical University, and most probably in the coming months I will be a part of STU in Bratislava. But so far, CTU, the institute I'm working with, is a fantastic institute just in the center of the capital of Czech Republic. Beautiful city, beautiful people, and most importantly is the environment around is very diverse.
Okay, so let's say that you feel quite comfortable.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Cool. Can you tell us, like, what stage of research do you think are you?
So it's almost close to 1 year. If you wanted to know about the stage of my research, I will say, unlike the conventional way of sound pressure measurement with microphones, we are using surface vibrations for the determination of sound power. So we are using the surface velocity based sound power measurements. We have already tested. We have also compared our results with a standard way of measurements. And yeah, so far things are going what we expected. So yeah, good.
Have you already experienced any exciting adventures in your PhD?
So especially the environment in the university, my laboratory was very surprising. As an early stage researcher, I have been through visited many lab facilities either virtually or physically. But the moment I visited the lab, which is my research home now, they are very well equipped, full scale anechoic room, if you know, and varieties of pressure sensors, microphones, and intensity probe, and laser scannings. That was quite amazing experience for me.
So you are, let's say, impressed by the equipment of your institution. Can you tell us how do you envision your research contribution to the overall goal of Acta Rebuild project?
My part is more as a developing measurement methods for. So my work comes after my fellow colleagues will develop some materials. So after that, we need more accurate measurement method during the retrofitting and after the work is done, so that we could have a clear idea how efficient are the retrofitting what we have done, because of the material we are introducing are not the conventional one. So for this unconventional things, we also need unconventional measurement method.
I remember that you mentioned that you are very enjoying time in the laboratory, let's say, at your institution. So are you working on something specific at the moment that you can share with us?
Yeah, sure. So currently we are exploring the limitations of the methods we are working. We called it surface vibration based sound power measurements. currently we are exploring the limitations of it, boundary conditions, how it's going to affect the measurements and accuracy of the methods, so that we could make it like more versatile for different, I will say, source geometry, I mean the shapes of the buildings and materials. So we are trying to explore more from the limitations and boundary conditions point of view. I think like it's a crucial part, because with the complicated shapes there comes like complication in measurements as well.
I see. Well, can we name your research as a interdisciplinary research? And if so, would you tell us what are the advantages of an interdisciplinary approach within actor rebuild project?
It's interdisciplinary in the point of view, it's more as like physics and engineering. So not much interdisciplinary, but yeah, I have to admit this thing that this actor rebuild project provides me a like different perspective, especially with all these type of training schools. We got a chance to share like what all the other doctoral candidates in my projects are working on. Then provide me like different perspective.
What kind of difficulties actually did you have to face till now in your research or in personal life?
To be honest, in the like starting phase, it was difficult because of the cultural shock, I will say. But I will say like special thanks to Daniel and Andre.
Your supervisors? Yeah.
A conversation, even a short conversation with them, either provides you a solution to the difficulties, either in a personal life or in the research, or at least it gives you an edge for training to cross those obstacles which are coming in the field.
Well, you mentioned that right now you're based in Prague and also you're somehow cooperating with STU in Bratislava. And are you planning any collaboration with other institutes or companies in the future?
Yes, actually, a lot of things are going on. There is one company for sure with whom we are going to collaborate, that is Vector Foiltech, which is also a part of the sector rebuild project, because they are one of the leading company in ETFE building facades.
Well, you mentioned that when you first came to Czech Republic, like you experienced some kind of cultural shock. So how is the fact of moving abroad impacting your...
It's never easy to like move to abroad, especially when there is a different culture, different language. But what I believe is that search for the comfort or life without challenges is the main obstacle in the like personal and professional growth. So you should give it a chance. The journey is very soothing. There is a lot to learn, especially like because it's provide me a broad perspective. So for me, it's like good things, and I encourage others as well.
So would you recommend it to young researchers, like to participate in such project?
Yeah, for sure. So such time of like rewardings in the field of research, it actually motivates you. And so it's worth crossing the boundaries. Feel free to go like wherever the research is taking you. It's
Yeah, and actually you mentioned rewards, or also like I noticed when you were talking about your relationship with your supervisors and stuff like that. So I think that so far like you're quite happy when you are right now. And well, would you how would you actually answer the question, like what aspect of your research journey within Actor Rebuild project has been the most rewarding for you personally?
From the rewarding point of view, I'll say when you work, sometimes you fail. But what I learned from my supervisors is it's not about like getting the right results every time. It's even the failure is a learning. You got to know that okay, this is the one way from where you are definitely not going to get a result. So you are at least eliminating some of it. Like in both the aspects, in professional, it's definitely motivating, but it's also provides you a mental peace. So personally also it's
Well, and right now we are getting to the end of our podcast. But still, I have one question for you. So, in your best dreams, how is your PhD final product going to look like? What do you think?
I think it's too early to comment on it, but I believe my work will not provide the clear picture. If everything goes well, we could come up with some improvement over the measurement techniques, and maybe we also implement it in for improving the standard measurement methods. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, good luck. And well, just to recap, like today in the studio was with me Abhishek, based in Prague recently. Well, and for our listeners, please stay tuned. You can find us on our social media on Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn. And stay tuned for another episode. Bye bye.